All right, so we just got to our first job site for the day, and it's about an hour and a half from the house, which is not a fun trip through Atlanta, but it's a good job site. I've already been here once, looked at this camper, done an estimate on it, and it's an extended warranty claim. And so we got all the parts back, and going to be installing everything today. And it's starting to rain, which it was raining last time I was here. It's starting to rain, and I have to get up on the roof. So let's see how this goes.
All right, here we go.
Doesn't seem that anything has flipped around or anything, so that's good. Let's turn this on. Get us some lights in here. All right, so got this bag here because I have to climb up on the roof, and I was just making trips up on top of the roof with several different things in my hand, and it's always pretty sketchy, especially trying to crest the top of a roof with stuff in your hand multiple times. So this bag here, I can easily throw it on my back and have everything that I need, mostly everything that I need anyways. So we're going to pull some of this stuff out of here that I know I will not need. Get a flashlight. These in here, I actually left. I got a 12 volt Milwaukee, and I actually left it at a job site the other day. It weighs a lot less than that thing. We also need their parts, which I believe I have in here. Let's see. Start. This one is, I think that's the other capacitor. And this is the toilet seal. Make sure this is what I need it to be. Couldn't remember if this unit had a hard start on there or not, but I know the capacitor's bad on it. On one of the ACs. Yep, that should be it. So we're going to take both of them there. All right, here we go.
Hope the rain will hold off long enough for me to get this done.
This here roof, as you can see, it is in pretty bad shape. There's skylights cracked in many different places. There vents leaking, the roof is leaking inside. And I quoted them on recoating the roof and then replacing that skylight right there and resealing the whole roof. And they're not able to do it yet, just because of finances. But hopefully, they did approve the quote, but asked that I waited a couple more weeks. And which, as you can see, it's about to start raining again. And so it's going to be leaking again. And I told the guy, I'm like, look, you can wait a couple weeks, but you need to get a tarp or something put over here. It's pouring in the bathroom. The bathroom's right here underneath that vent right there, and he is not. As you can see, this roof, I'm not sure if you can see it real well or not, of how it's getting like scaly. And the best option would be to completely replace the membrane, but that is an expensive, very expensive process. And a lot of times on older units like this, customers don't want to spend that kind of money. So we can put a rubber coating on it. It's almost like you paint on a rubber coating. It's a lot cheaper, and it'll make that last another 5 to 10 years. Where's the capacitor? Capacitor's gonna be over there on that side.
Just the right one. That was 15. Ooh, this is 35, 15.
Boy, it is really started to heat up. That's not good because I got a hoodie on. Need to get this thing off as soon as possible. Drop my screw. So this bottom one here, this black one, is a hard start, and so this camper is actually a 30 amp camper, or a 30 amp camper, and so it's not, it needs to be a 50 really, being a big fifth wheel, but especially being a 30 amp camper and having 2 ACs on it, you got a hard start kit on it on the AC, which makes it a lot easier for the motor to turn and start. So we're replacing the capacitor. The other capacitor was bad, so we're going ahead and replacing this one as well, while we're already doing maintenance on it. Top one. No, don't go nowhere. back in there. This needed to be expanded some. I'll use this new one. I do not like touching these things. These things will knock the fire out of you. And when you're standing on top of a camper and you get hit with one of these things, it's well, you could be on the ground pretty quick. So you have to be careful with them. Alright, let's look at my pictures, make sure I get all the wires back to where they need to go. We have the two reds. The fan. Of course, you can always discharge them before you're working on them, but I still don't like to touch them even after I discharge them. I believe that brown one's on the back, like there, and this yellow one, and these white ones are over here.
I don't know, but we had an extra white one. We got a 4-prong on that one. That's not good. No, we got them turned around, actually. Take it to comfort. I don't know why I did that. That needs to be turned around. Oh, not really. It's stuck over still.
One with the 4 with the white and the yellow. I'm gonna have to shed this hoodie pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly here. So we have to get with the red.
And before we button all this back up, we're going to jump down. We're going to plug everything up, turn it on, take my hoodie off, make sure it all works the way it should. All right. Oofda. And their camper is completely dead. Thankfully I have a generator in there where I can hook campers up. Do not like getting off of these ladders on these roofs. You never know if it's going to be secure or not. All right. So we're about to shed this hoodie first thing. All right, we got to open up the back of the trailer, hook the generator up, and so I can exhaust it out. I need to get an exhaust kit for the generator where I can mount it right there and just exhaust it out the side. I forgot about this one. This one's got the separate deal. This AC is aftermarket, and so they have a separate cord down here that goes specifically for their AC. So if you can see that, I don't know if you guys can see that right there or not. How did I do it last time? Maybe that. Sure. I forgot all about that.
We should have power on AC now. Then we'll turn it on. Oh, really? There it goes.
So the fan wouldn't turn on before at all. And I was able to, when I took this cover off, I was able to spin the fan with my hand and then it would start up. Let's see if you guys can see any of that or not. Yeah, you can see that. So let's see if I'm not sure that it's blowing cold. Temperature gun off the roof, of course. Let's see if it's blowing cold. It's kind of hard to tell because it's 61 degrees. I don't know if it's actually blowing really cold or not.
Should have put that down with me. Make sure that the pressure's turning on.
All right, let's kick it on again. Yeah, it's not gonna pick up probably. 49 degrees in here. Don't seem like it's kicking on. Let's go up top, see if I can hear it running.
It does not seem like it is running. But again, it's already 48 degrees inside the camper there. On outside.
think what the problem is the thermostat is so cold inside, it's not kicking the compressor on. The compressor is definitely not running. All right, I want to show you guys what I just did. So I could not get the compressor to kick on the roof. On the roof, again, it's 48, 50 degrees inside this camper right now, and I think it was 48 degrees or 43 degrees last night, and so it hadn't warmed up. It's warming up just a little bit, and so I did want to make sure the compressor was kicking on. And I could have done this easier, but I wanted to test the switch as well, or the thermostat switch. And so I pulled the cover off here. As you can see, the cover laying down there on the bed, if you can see it. And I pulled the little control box off of it here, and it's all manual. It doesn't have a thermostat on the wall. And let's see if you can see this right here. Yeah, maybe a little bit. You might be able to see it. Well, this switch over here, this is your thermostat switch, and this one is your fan switch. And so I tested the continuity. I had everything on the way it should. Tested the continuity between the wires there, which it gives you a wire diagram up here on the thing, and it was not kicking on. There's no continuity through it. And so the thermostat is actually this little, if you can see, I'm not sure if it's showing up on the camera or not, that little copper looking deal right there. So all I did was hold my hand over that to warm it up, and as soon as I even touched it, it fired up, kicked the thermostat, kicked the compressor on, and has continuity through it. So all that's working the way that it should. I could have just pulled the filter off, put my hand over it, which I probably should have done, and but I was able to test these switches while I was here. So now I got to get it all buttoned back up and put the cover back on the AC on the roof, and then I have to, hopefully, he said he has a toilet bowl seal that he bought, and so hopefully it's here, and that's supposed to be on the extended warranty claim as well. I'm not sure how much of this is showing up on the camera because I'm not looking at the camera right now. So if it's not showing up, you may not ever see any of this. Let's see. Yeah, I need this one here. Two more. Two more. All right, this thing should be good to go. Good to go. Those vents open. I need to go up on the roof real quick. I need to put the cover back on the roof, and then we'll get to the toilet.
Thank you for joining Shoreline Mobile RV Repair today here on the Plain Living YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more homesteading, homeschooling, and small business content.